This video is for HI number 2, an in-depth Google pre-search of your selected topic. So, first and foremost, in completing this assignment, please heed my feedback and my advice. This video is going to have general advice of mistakes I was noticing we were making, and I've also included individual feedback. So please heed it so that you can improve this Google pre-search. Make this Google pre-search worth it. Overall feedback. We need to find more key terms that are specific to our topic. Not specific to history in general, but specific to the topic. So for example, if I was looking at the Great Depression, something specific to that topic would be the New Deal. You also need to really start narrowing your topic. You could not write a whole HI about World War II. So you need to start thinking, do I want to look at causes, solutions, outcomes, specific events, specific person and how they had played a role in this event, or a specific document? Start narrowing using these terms to help you narrow your research in your Google pre-search to really find what you are going to look at for your HI. Also, we're thinking very on the surface right now. We need to remember that we are doing a deep historical investigation. We need to be thinking about factors that might not be the most obvious. We need to look at every side of things. So really make sure to vary your scopies and also try to challenge yourself to think of indirect factors. Now, individually, I noticed for the who, you were just including major people. These can also be groups of people. And not specific names of people, but maybe certain minorities, certain businesses. And you also need to start writing, why does this person or group of people matter to this event? For the whats, I would suggest also looking at government actions, famous speeches, specific terminology. For the where, most of you just listed names of countries. Think more specific than that. Think about regions. Think about areas within a city. Maybe you want to look at urban or rural areas. For the Great Depression, you could have a specific name of a place like Hoovervilles. Last but not least, for historical significance, please don't just write about short-term consequences. Remember, we're thinking history, long-term consequences. So now this sheet is going to be the new part. I want you to start thinking about the key concepts and which direction you're going to take, which of the key concepts you're going to focus on. So try to find one example of each. These may repeat from what you just did on your WAS. That is okay, because you're just thinking of this evidence in a different way, which is what a historian needs to do. We also, in the HI, need to make sure we're writing argumentatively and not just informatively. So let's start finding those arguments. What have historians viewed differently in the topic? What was the most significant cause? Or what impact did this ultimately have? Or how effective was blah, blah, blah? So what I want you to do is find historians, find the experts, and find their arguments. You could straight up just look up famous historians for this topic. You want to find people like how I gave you Walter McDougall the other day for the study of foreign policy. I've also, to help you guys out, included very typical sentence starters for HI questions. So I would look at these as a way to guide you to try to find those arguments. Then what you need to do is provide a summary of what you're going to research. This is going to help you to actually be able to identify what you're going to research, and it's also going to help me to continue in guiding you through this process. Even though you're done filling these 2 pages out, you are not done. A really good effective research technique is to then look over and really identify what are those keywords. So I want you to highlight the words that you are going to hone in on for your academic research. And then we're definitely not done yet, because you got to do that reflection journal to prep for section 3. The questions I want you to focus on are, what types of sources do you think you'll need to look for based on this preliminary research? If you need help finding what types of sources and being more specific, then what I want you to do is go to Interactive Notebook, page 16, where I've listed out quite a few. This will help you brainstorm for the academic process and start narrowing for it. Question 2, what biases are you noticing? That's going to guide you in finding those arguments. And then 3, what debates are you finding historians have different interpretations of? You could look at different scopies, different key concepts. So this is HI number 2. Remember, you can message me on Remind 101, Tutoring After School Wednesday, and this is due Wednesday, September 4th.